Do you see it?
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. So welcome to our Push to Emerald 7-day. So as you can see, we're starting this on a Wednesday night because we want you all to be able to advance to Emerald before the next end of the next pay period. As you guys probably figured out by now, Thursdays are when everything kind of resets in our business. So any rank advancements get announced on Thursday. So any work you do up until Wednesday at midnight Eastern time is kind of when your work week ends, and then Thursday's when the ranks change. So tomorrow is like when we get paid, and that's when all the new ranks happen. So the goal is for all of us to get to Emerald within a week from today. So we're just going to talk about, Allie and I are going to talk about the importance of Emerald, why you should get to Emerald ASAP, how you can kind of get at least one coach, relatively simple, and prizes for this group. And then we're going to go over some scripts. I have a couple scripts that I recommend to my new coaches and that I use. I'll be sharing them in the chat box, and we'll give you guys a few minutes to look them over, see which ones you like, and then we're just going to work for probably like 15 minutes and get the invites out, go over homework, and then that'll be it. So we're aiming for 45 minutes, maybe less, depending on how much time we chit-chat. But yeah, so I'll just start talking about the importance of it. Allie can chime in if I forget things. But I'm sure you guys have heard about Emerald. She posted some info in the group. So we all have a left and a right leg. So we have two legs under us. So there's like us at the top, and then we have two legs that come off, kind of like a upside down V. And there's a left leg and a right leg. So to become an Emerald coach, you have to have one coach on your left and one coach on your right. So these can be coaches that are just, they can be for discount. They can be people that were your customers and they decide they want to get Shakeology at 25% off. It can be someone that is actually interested in working the business with you. It can be someone that you ask to help you to get your first promotion, such as a best friend, a spouse, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a parent, and that this is someone that doesn't have to be forever, but it's to get you to your first rank, because this rank is like really where your business starts to grow, because that's when you can reap the benefits of Team Cycle Bonus. So for example, if you only have one coach under you and you're not an Emerald yet, you have volume from that one person that you're growing on that side, and then you have tons of volume probably in a stronger leg from your upline that has just accrued over time. And so usually once you get past Emerald, you get to save those points, but they don't get saved until you hit Emerald, until you have two people under you. So if you only have one person, then you're not reaping the benefit of Team Cycle Bonus, which is really like when you talk about residual income, that's where like the income really starts to grow because your team is growing underneath you. And so fortunately we get to reap the benefits of like infinity levels down. And so if you think about all of the volume that grows underneath us, as long as you're Emerald, those points are going to get saved. And those points eventually get turned into money. So if you're an Emerald coach and then 6 months later you lose your Emerald rank, all of that saved volume goes away, which can be like a lot of money just like sitting in a bank, like thousands of dollars that are just sitting there. So Team Cycle Bonus is obviously the most important thing, I think, for being an Emerald coach, because even if it starts at $14 a week that you're making, that's $14 free dollars that you didn't make on your own. It was because of your team. So if week after week you're making $60 a month, that can be a lot of money to somebody. It can be a tank of gas, could be groceries, could be diapers for someone. So like $60 may not seem like a lot, but it really does add up, and that can be a lot of money to some people. So don't discredit the fact that it's $14 in a pay period. Some people get really excited about $14. So that's Team Cycle Bonus is really the most important thing. I mean, like when Allison and I talk about like our income every single week, majority of it is from Team Cycle Bonus. We probably have some great commission, tomorrow with 2B Mindset, but really our growth is from growing our team. And then, of course, you are eligible for leads, which are like free customers. They go to beachbody.com, they don't have a coach, and then they'll get assigned to you as a coach. So well, you have to be a Success Club too, right? Or no?
Yeah.
Success Club 5. Success Club 5 is the free leads for programs, and then like everything except like Shakeology and challenge packs. If you get Success Club 10 and you're an Emerald, then you get challenge pack sales and Shakeology sales. So it's kind of like, it's kind of funny because like you're trying to hit Success Club, but if you hit Success Club 10, then you get Success Club points from customers that you don't even know. Like I've hit Success Club 6 1 month from free customers. So it's kind of cool that you can grow with these people. And if someone's willing, like if you get a free customer and they bought a challenge pack, like that's amazing. That's like what you're trying to do to people you know. So if you get that, that's a score because you can connect with those people and they've already put in the investment themselves without even like you asking them. So those are the people you want to love on and get them into your challenge groups, and just see how you can help them. So obviously like Allie and I have both had people like on our teams and have had long time customers that are just free leads, and sometimes they respond to you, sometimes they don't. And if they don't, then you just reap the benefits of kick-ass commission when they purchase. But they can definitely become great customers, people in your challenge groups, and people that are on your team. So that was my benefits of Emerald. Is there anything I'm missing?
Just make sure everyone has to be active to be Emerald too. Like if you sign up a coach and they're not active, then it won't count until they turn active. And then also, like Stephanie was talking about the volume, if you yourself go inactive, that's when it all disappears. So like AJ is an Emerald and he lost his Emerald, but because he was still active, the points stayed there. But if he goes inactive, then they're all gone. So being active is important once you get to Emerald. And then I just want to say to anybody on here who already has 2 coaches, if you enroll 2 more, that'll count towards the prizes we'll talk about later. But yeah, Team Cycle Bonus is where it's at, you guys. Like Stephanie said, it just starts small, but then it grows over time the more you work on helping people and building your team. So this is exciting stuff. Like this is where my paycheck started. Like every week I started seeing a paycheck once I reached Emerald, and I think a lot of you can say the same, who have gotten to Emerald already. So, well, a couple of you who are on here are Emerald. So yeah, but that's it on that. Any questions on Team Cycle Bonus? The 100 and the 200, everybody's good? Everybody knows they have 2 legs? Cool.
And you can be like, you can also be active by purchasing or selling 50 PV.
Yeah, you don't have to yourself have like the home director worry about that when you're an Emerald. And like now you get PV, like if you order a sweatshirt, you get PV. Like you, so that's the thing too, we're gonna talk about like enrolling a spouse or a family member. Like sometimes I just order a sweatshirt under AJ and he's active, you know what I mean? So it's not a huge investment and it's something that you can write off and wear. So there's a lot of options to keep that cost down and to make it effective. Should we go into that stuff next?
Yeah.
And I just want to say, like, if you haven't seen the video yet in the Coach Online office about Team Cycle Bonus, like it breaks it down and makes it so simple to understand. So if you have questions, just check out that video. It's really easy to watch.
Yep. You want to talk about spouses, Allie?
Sure.
Or boyfriends, girlfriends, or best friend or mom.
Or best friends or moms. So I didn't, like I told you guys my story, like I didn't realize how I could just sign up like a family member and a friend who was drinking Shakeology, and that's all I needed to get to Emerald. Like it took me a couple months for that to click, and then once I did, I hit Emerald. So the benefits of signing up a spouse or a family member is if you are going to build their account, they get to benefit from all the volume down the line. Like AJ's at a place in my business where he's above a lot of the coaches. So he gets tons of volume without doing anything. So it's really important. The sooner, if you do have a spouse or significant other or even like a family member, the sooner you do that, you know, you can keep them a coach on your team or you can decide to replace them. So if you do sign up more people and you don't want to pay the $15 a month, like you can you don't have to keep their account, but there's a lot of benefits to having them there. Because now, for example, with AJ's account, he is getting volume from one of my sides, and then I put my other center on his other side. So now he just has to stay active and then he stayed Emerald, and he just gets money every week, like $100, $50. The max you can get is $250 for your bonuses, but it's pretty crazy because then he gets that volume. And then like Stephanie said, because it's like all the levels down, like I'm benefiting, my team's benefiting, and then, like he's benefiting, we're all going all the way up, benefit from that placement. So it's really important, if you are going to sign someone up, do it soon before you start building that big team so they can benefit from all that volume. And then as far as right side and left side, I think it was Shelby asked, because some coaches say put them on your weak side, some coaches say put them on your strong side, and there's different benefits to both. If they're on your strong side, they're going to get a ton of volume right away, which will help. But for me, because he's on my weak side, which my legs are like even now, so it doesn't really matter, but he's on my weak side, but because I built my other center there too, like there's a ton of volume coming over there. So it really depends. Like you benefit more in the beginning on the strong side, but you can benefit in the long run on the weak side. So you can decide. I know like Lindsay Matway says weak, Christine Dwyer says strong, Christina did strong. It's going to benefit you wherever you put them. Just make sure people are always on the outside leg. Because if they're in the inside, then they're in no man's land. And that's not cool.
Yeah, when you're ready to sign a coach, like just let your upline coach know, and we can help you with like the placement, because it can get a little confusing at the beginning. But
yeah. And switching too, because say you sign up 2 coaches tomorrow and they both were placed on one side, you have, I think it's 72 hours.
I think it's 5.
It's not 5 days.
5 days now, yeah.
Well, let's just say 72 hours so nobody's late to email. There's a form to fill out with Coach Relations, and they can switch it and make sure they're in the right spot. So if that happens, make sure you're checking, because I know one of my coaches has like a bunch on one side and then nobody on the other side, so she's not Emerald right now.
Yeah.
So it's important to check on that. But yeah, I signed up my mom and one of my friends. So if you have customers now or people that want to do the 2B mindset, like I said in the one video, this is a perfect time to have them sign up for the discount. And then you have time if you want to cancel their account or whatever you want to do with it. So
yeah. And I had signed Mike up when we were like boyfriend, girlfriend. And then he was like going to work the business because like he's into health and fitness, but then like we lived far apart, and like training him, like it was too hard. And then I was like, oh, I don't know. I just think I'll just do this later. And I should have just let him go inactive to keep his spot, but I canceled him. And then I signed up a few rock star coaches, and then I re-signed him up. So like Alice said, like Mike's, he misses out on so much money every week because I canceled him and then put him after. So like Leandra would have been under him, but she's not. So like, it is so true. Like having them at the top, you'll kick yourself if you don't do it at the top. If you're going to grow your business, it's like, just like a no brainer, and it's worth the $15 a month to hold that spot, because you can literally like, whenever you need something other than my Shakeology, I purchase everything through Mike's account. So I get commission off of what I purchase in his. So it's like I'm spending less. So it kind of evens out in the end, because I get volume from that, because he's a coach under me. So if I purchase through him, it's like a coach is purchasing volume. So if I want like bars or a sweatshirt or anything other than my Shakeology, I order through him. So then he gets the volume, and then I get the volume because he's technically a coach under me. So, and like it's for the most part, like I tell coaches, like before 2B Mindset came out, I just say like, get like a 3-day refresh challenge pack. And this was before Performance Line as well. Get a 3-day refresh challenge pack. You have the 3-day refresh for yourself that you don't have to now purchase, that you can use and share results. And you can get Shakeology packets, sell them for $5 a piece. You end up making the commission off of the challenge pack sale because it's a coach underneath you, and you get the money back from the Shakeology. So you end up making like $10 in the whole sale. So you actually don't spend any money for the transaction. So that's like a super simple way to do it. Even if it's like your mom or like someone that's helping you, maybe you want to like split the cost of it or something. It really isn't an additional investment. It's just the $15 a month. But again, if you're purchasing things through their account that you need, then it kind of evens out, and it's going to be worth it in the long run because you're going to be making money back. And now there's like the performance line with challenge packs. And I just found out the other day, and you get the Success Club points. So like if you sign up your spouse, you get 2 Success Club points. So that's like a win-win. I found out the other day, I posted in the groups that if it's over 90 PV of HD, then you get Success Club points, and people can sign up as a coach that way as well. So like if you got like 3 boxes of bars that you wanted to sell to people like for $2 a piece, you're going to get your money back. So there's different ways of doing it that you don't have to throw out a ton of money. Because I know people think like, I have to spend $150, then I have to manage their account. And again, even the $15, like it's all a write-off. So like there's the U+2. So there's 2 people that you can pay for their fees, so their $15 a month fees. So like technically like I could be paying for like Mike and my mom's, and that's all a write-off for me. So like in the end, you get the money back. It's worth it to get you to a point to get to Emerald, and then they don't have to be active until you need it for Diamond, so it's not a forever thing.
Yeah. Any questions on that?
We are good on time.
Yeah. Was there a question?
Everyone's good?
Alyssa.
What's up, Alyssa?
So what happens when you go inactive? Or like, so it's if you don't get enough PV and you become inactive?
Yeah. So people who aren't drinking Shakeology would, if they're not consistently in it, would get, or if they don't have any customers of their own or anything, then they'll go inactive. Nothing really happens unless like you're an Emerald or a Diamond, then you won't get your bonus. But when you're just a coach, like if you go inactive, it's not a big deal. The next time someone orders, you'll go active and you'll get your commission. But once if I go inactive, I lose my paycheck. So, but people who drink Shakeology or have the bars, there's so many things now. Like I feel like there's no reason to be inactive. Like the performance line, the boost, all that stuff, any of that, 50 points of anything that you get or a customer gets keeps you active. So does that make sense? Or does that clarify it?
It makes sense. I'm just thinking because like to get an extra coach, if I sign up my boyfriend, he doesn't do any of this. So it's like he's probably going to go inactive, and I don't know what happens there. So
if you sign him up, let's say, for example, kind of like we just talked about with the challenge pack, he'll be active for 5 weeks. So if you get to Emerald, you have basically 5 weeks until you would have to purchase something else in his account to keep him active. But maybe you get another coach in 5 weeks that could kind of like take his spot, and then he could go inactive because you have someone else, if that makes sense.
Someone else that would be under him?
Yeah, so you'd want to put the person under him if you think he's going to go inactive, because then that side will still have somebody.
So like if you had your boyfriend here and then a girl named Katie here, and then they're both active for 5 weeks, and then you have a third coach, you would put them under him so that these 2 are now active and he can go inactive. So as long as you have 2, and then like, you know what I mean? As long as there's 2, and then you only need the 4 active on each side for Diamond. So you can keep him inactive. You'd have basically 5 weeks to get a third coach if you didn't want to have to keep him active. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense now.
Okay.
I like the hands. It helps.
Yeah. I kind of saw that.
Like, here. You
It's like those things used to hit it, like the arcade, it's like boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Any other questions on purchasing or anything like that?
I always forget. It's like I had my sister sign up, and then it's like, I got the commission, I got the points, I got the this, and then it ends up not really costing much at all. Because like if you sell the samples or the bars or whatever, you're like, oh, that was worth it.
Yeah, and like
I think you got commission from coaches.
Well, you
If they
get
get
the
a
challenge
challenge
pack.
pack.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the challenge pack.
Their initial sign up. If they sign up and just pay the $40 fee, you don't get anything. But if they sign up with a challenge pack or Shakeology, then you'll get a commission on that. But then from there on, you just
Recording their orders that they order. They're not. You don't get commission. You just get the points. Is that what you got?
right.
Yes. Yeah.
Good.
So it's like income for me now, because it's like once you grow, then you always have like that volume there that it pretty much always cycles. There was something else I was going to say too. Maybe it'll come back to me. Any other questions? Something about what you just said, Allie.
Coaches.
And you never know though too. My first two coaches, Leah was like, are still with me. You never know.
Do you guys automatically sign up anybody any customer as a coach?
No. So what my process is, like every single customer, is I sign them up with a challenge pack. In 2 weeks, I say, hey, your Shakeology is going to ship. I reassess it. If they want another bag, then I'm like, you could sign up for discounts. And if some say yeah, and some are like, oh, I'll wait. And some say, no, I'd rather just pay it full price. But that's when I go over discounts, and that's when I invite them to the coaching opportunity, like one of our events. So usually in the first, I usually try not to let their second Shakeology ship, until they really know the benefit of, the sign-on. So I send them like the picture that they save $20 a month, or like $16 a month. If they are a discount coach, so even with the $15, so over the 6-month period, they save $100 just to do nothing, even though they're paying the discount coaching fee. And I'm like, and this is a great way for you to like try the 3-day refresh or try the performance line products, because you're getting a discount. So I'm like, this doesn't have to be forever. Like, just sign up. There's no cancellation fee. And that way, like, while you're a discount coach, just try all different products, see what you like. At least you're getting a discount versus paying full price for it. And in 6 months, if you feel like it's not for you, then we talk about it. But I figured it out that like people would have to have their Shakeology like come every 2 months to break even because of the fee. So like they'd have to like really not be purchasing often. And if someone usually is doing that, then I would be like, you shouldn't even be a discount coach, because you'll just waste money. Like I'm honest with people, because in the end, when someone becomes a coach, like you're no longer making commission off them. So it is like a catch-22. It's like, well, do you want the commission because whenever they purchase Shakeology, or are you the type of person that wants to grow their team and have the volume, and you'd rather have that and grow your team than the straight up commission? Because people will say like, oh, like you just want to grow your team to get like make more money, but it's like, well, I don't make commission off you once you actually sign up as a coach. So coaches have different priorities, I think too. So, but for me, I'd rather just grow my team, and I think that people like deserve the discount. That's just what I think. So.
Yeah, I do it that way too. So I know some coaches who are just like trick people into signing up as a coach, and I'm just not one of those people. Like I just can't. You know what I mean? They're like, get the VIP,
Yeah. And to be honest, like it can benefit you too, because like if someone signs up with a challenge pack, you get the 2 Success Club points. A few weeks goes by, and then like as you're growing, if you like are trying to hit diamond and you're like, oh well, this girl wants to be a discount coach now and she's a customer of mine, I could potentially put her under my husband and get him to be an emerald. And then you just move them over to, when they become a discount coach, you sign them up under your husband. And then you didn't lose anything from it. And now your husband or boyfriend or whatever is now one step closer to emerald. So you can also choose placement better. Once you have like more than one business center, like Allie and I, you may be placing people in different spots. So I just like to, it's like it's a difference of like 2 or 3 weeks. It's not like you're not gaining any benefit. You're still getting the commission. You're still getting Success Club points. I just would rather take the time to ask people so they understand it and make sure that they really love the product.
Yeah.
But that's just,
That's how we do business.
Yeah.
Our team.
Yeah.
They like it.
So prizes. Prizes are always fun. So Allie and I will decide specific prizes, but everyone that, what did we decide? I had it written down.
Everyone will get something for hitting Emerald, and then we'll put them in a drawing for a bigger prize.
Oh yeah, because I was like, wait, if everyone hits Emerald, they should all get something. Yeah, that was what it was. Everyone will get a small prize, and then there'll be a raffle for a big prize.
Prizes. Anjali needs to get a prize because she's technically already Emerald. Or she'll sign up 2 more coaches. But I'll still get you a prize for getting that. What else?
So that's all I had, and I just was gonna share some scripts. And then, does everyone have 10 people? A list of 10 people?
Woohoo!
Good.
AJ was yelling at me just before the call. I'm like sitting there looking at people writing down my list. He's like, I'm going to tell them you just did your list. I'm like, I don't care, because it literally takes like 10 minutes to go through and find people.
I'm just going down my Teamsy list.
I'm inviting new Instagram friends.
Nice.
Who watch my stories every day because I'm like, dude, I see you on my story every day. So we'll share different script ideas.
That's a great idea. So yeah, so I will, I'm going to copy and paste into the chat, and they're pretty similar, but I changed them up a little bit. They're all based on new coaches. So if you're not like a new coach, just kind of change it a little bit. But I knew most of you are, relatively new within the past couple of months. So. All right, why won't this paste? Can I not copy and paste? Let's see, maybe I'm doing it wrong.
I have another random question.
Go for it.
This is the time for all the questions.
What's up?
So I have one coach under me, but I saw on Coach Office that she's about to go inactive. So if I sign up like another coach, I need another coach active, right? If I have my boyfriend and then another one active, but how can I get it on that side to be active?
You talk to her and be like, girl, have you seen 2B Mindset? You need this shit. Girl, have you seen we got beach bars?
Yeah.
Girl.
Yeah, once you taste the beach bars tomorrow, you'll be like, you should really get these.
I've been trying to. And it's perfect time. She's planning her wedding. And so I've been trying to be like, you're planning your wedding, but
She's the one that didn't like Shakeology, right? Or she tried it.
She only got the one bag. She didn't do the home direct, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So she drinks it, but I guess she's not drinking it like daily, so she's not out of her bag yet. I'm not sure, but
I would still if you signed up someone else, I'd still put them on the other side, and then I would still talk about like the bars or 2B Mindset
or a 3-day refresh if she has a wedding coming up.
A cleanse, yeah.
And I just want to clarify, because when you asked that question, this is something that happened to me, so I just figured I should answer this. Like, to be Emerald, you have to have 2 personally sponsored coaches. So some of you might see you have coaches under you that like for instance, Morgan, she has coaches under her that I've put there. They're my coaches, but they fall under her. So just to clarify, you might see that in your office, maybe your coaches put people under you, but you still have to have 2 personally sponsored coaches that you've recruited to go Emerald. So that was a question I had when I first started. So I just thought I'd say that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like, looks like you're under Fletcher.
It won't let me copy and paste. So I'm just writing these in. Sorry. It won't let me copy and paste. So, and notice I'm putting lines. So like, don't copy and paste this into someone's message, please. I almost put into.
Copy and paste with the wrong name.
Oh yeah.
And then I'm like, that was meant for someone else. Sorry.
I did that the other day and I was like, oh, I was in the wrong chat window.
Yeah, that's happened to me though, when I've been in the wrong chat window and I hit send and I'm like, oh my God.
There goes that opportunity.
Yeah, it happens. So just be careful.
But then it's like, if it's the right person, they'd be like, oh, no worries. What are you doing? You know, if it was.
And mine, fortunately, the other day, like I was just checking in with all my new people, my new customers. So I was just like, accountability check, like, how's it going? You know, and I had put her name. So, you know, at least she's already a customer and, you know, clearly a message that could have easily been copied and pasted. You know what I mean?
That's a good cover. What else? These are good questions though, because we want to make sure everything like makes sense.
So I'm still writing one more, but pretty much these are like, you know, you may have seen from my post that I started this coaching thing. I'm super excited about it because I've already, you can say, lost 10 pounds, you know, made enough money to cover my groceries, you know, whatever resonates with you. And I want to pay it forward to other women. I'd love to share some details with you. Would you be open to coming to a Facebook event my team is hosting? And end it with that. Would you be open to coming? ? Another one is, I recently started coaching with Beachbody, and because this is also new to me, I'm looking for other ladies to do this with me. I think you'd be awesome because they work out, they love health and fitness, they need some side cash, they have a wedding coming up they want to lose weight for, whatever it is that you think they'd be great at it, and we can learn and grow together. I'd love to share some details. Would you be open to coming to a Facebook event this week where we share what we do? Last one that I'm putting is, I'm really passionate about this new business and I'm looking to grow my team and mentor other ladies to do this with me. I'm brand new to this too, so we could do it together. Would you be interested in learning more? So if any of these resonate with you, just copy and paste them into your notes and then change it so you like it. And if you choose one that's like general, like doesn't say like why you think they'd be good at it, then you can send it to all 10 people. But if you feel like there's a couple that resonate with you for different people, you know, have one for like, for different aspects. Someone that like you think would be awesome, have a script. Someone that you just want to share the opportunity with, have another script. And some people say their name, so just make sure you change it. Some people say, hey lady, some people say, hey girl, some people just say, hey, ? Exclamation point. So, I feel like for me, I say like, hey girl a lot, but I purposely put something that I know about them in the message. So they know that it's like not a script. And like, I'm just kind of like open and like crazy. I'll just be like, oh my gosh, girl, you'd be like so good at this. And they just know that it's like from my heart. Cause I'm just like sounding ridiculous half the time. And they laugh and be like, oh my gosh, you're so funny, but I don't know if I could do what you do, you know, and then it's just like a friendly conversation.
And so this is a good opportunity too, because we're doing a What is Coaching event on Thursday. So that's a really easy thing for you guys to invite to, you know, when you say this, like, hey, I think, you know, would you be open? Oh, you already said that in the event. I'm sorry. I didn't even see that over there. Never mind. You already posted that.
Oh yeah, but it's perfect. This is perfect prime time. You guys utilize tomorrow night's event. Like it's perfect timing for tonight and all day tomorrow. I do most of my invites on Thursdays, like right before the event. Cause I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to get more girls in. So I just write them all day Thursday. And that's like more of like, oh, it's tonight, like you around. Where like, if it's too far in advance, people will be like, I don't know what I have going on, or they'll say they can and they forget. So when it's like the same day, and like I have a couple of girls that are like, I'd love to, but I'm working or whatever, and just say, no problem. I'll put you into the group. And then I will tag, when the event is over, I will tag you in video 1 and we label them video 1 through 5. I think we should like always try to aim for like 5 videos because I think a lot of people are watching them after. And like, you know, it'll take 30 minutes probably to watch all of them. But I say like we put the number, video, and then the topic. So see what resonates with you. And I think when people will see like, how do you make money? Or how much time do you need? When they see it, pretty much everything we go over, I think people are wondering. So I think people watch them and people love them. I follow up with people and they're like, your team is awesome. I love the energy. So it's a really good thing. So that's why we do these events now twice a month, because they really do showcase like our team and that it is like a family community feel.
I put some in there too. Some other options. If you want to use like the business site Christina does, or the What is Coaching video, that's what those are about. Which I can also post those links for you guys to save.
And for me, like if it's a local girl, I am like, girl, I am trying to grow local because it's so much fun. You can like have dinners and stuff, and like tell them that. Be like, it's that support, it's that community. It's like girlfriends. Like I love finding local people, and I tell them that. I'm like, I'm looking for local girls to join my team. All right, so go invite those 10 people using whichever scripts resonate with you.
So the 10 people that I have, like, majority of them, like, I don't really know. They're just people that I follow on Instagram. Like, I don't really know them personally.
Okay.
So I feel like this is going to be, like, too much, but I don't know if that's what I'm supposed to do.
That's what I'm doing too. And I'm going to use the one that I posted about, like, your page is amazing, and just like talk about what I like about their page or what we have in common. You know, I'll personalize it and then just throw it out there. So that's what I'm doing too.
Without having like a previous conversation with them?
Yeah, I haven't had a previous conversation with them, but they watch my stories every day.
Okay.
And we like each other's stuff. So I think on Instagram, I feel like it's a little different than Facebook. Like if you're like watching someone's daily life or like liking their stuff, like you're invested, I would say. So That's what I'm going to do. And what's the worst that can happen? Because one of the people, I'm like, I feel like I should talk to her first, but then I'm like, I'm just going to send it. So I'm going for it too.
Yeah, or even Shelby, if there's like anyone in your mind that you're like, oh, I've always wanted to ask them or think they'd be great and you haven't yet, and use this opportunity to just do it.
Because I've asked one girl and I've tried to put her in our What is Coaching event, and I don't think she ever accepted it. So I just didn't know where to go from that.
Say that one more time.
There was one girl that I've asked on Instagram who is still on like my list or whatever, who I'd want to be on like my team, but she is in our What is Coaching event, or I invited her anyway, but I don't think she ever accepted it. So, and then I tried to message her and then she just kind of like stopped responding. So would you just stop messaging them?
So did she originally respond to say she was interested?
Yes.
And then you said, I'll add you to the Facebook group?
Mm-hmm.
So she's in the group or she wasn't? Did it go through?
I think she's in the group, but then we switched it to something else, didn't we?
Oh, because we changed the group. We went from yeah. So you had followed up and said, hey, did you end up watching the videos?
Yeah, and then she never responded.
Yeah, I mean, I have girls like that too. So I just like, I just will let them know that I have another one. I'm like, hey, I know that you were interested in the last one. I know life's crazy, so I just want to let you know we're doing another one. Would you be interested in this one? Yeah, I mean, in the boot camp that like Allie and I are in right now, he talks so much about like following up, and he's like, it can take 7 to 10 times for 80% of people. So he's like, it sounds crazy, but he's like, you guys, like, we aren't their priority, so like everyone is busy, everyone has crazy lives. And he even talks about like how like your subconscious mind can kick in. So like if you ask someone like about a challenge pack or the business and they're like, yeah, that sounds cool. Like their subconscious mind could be like, I don't know, that could be like scary, or that might be like scammy, or you don't have the money for that. So he's like, by you like following up, you're just kind of reminding them of like the excitement that they had in the forefront when you first asked them about it. So that's why like following up is so important. And people in the past that have said, like, oh, they were interested, but then they like didn't go to the Facebook event, I always reinvite those people as well. And if you've asked people in the past, like months prior, I always invite them again. Like it's kind of like it's a new season, summer's coming, like there just might be other things going on in their life that it might be the right time. You never know.
Okay, so I'm halfway done, but really quick, I have to say, even being a coach for 7 years and having an awesome team and all this stuff, like I still get nervous, or like when someone writes me back, I'm like, I don't want to read it. Like, I don't know what they're gonna say. So if you guys are feeling nervous right now, just know that it's normal. So I'm gonna go invite 5 more people.
Yeah, mine isn't always the sending, it's the reading the reply. But just believe that they'll say yes and be like, oh my God, they're going to be so excited. They're going to love it. And then your energy will transmit.
So for people that you've previously like invited and they've watched before, would you invite them again? Or do you have like a pause, or do you have like a, I guess, like a process for how you do those? Like those that say like, oh, it sounds really cool, but I don't know if it's right for me now, you know?
Usually, like, if I follow up and they're like, oh, it's not the right time for me, I usually like wait a few months. And then I usually say, if I reintroduce the invite, I will say like, oh, I thought of you because we're doing another What is Coaching event or whatever, and not necessarily them having to come because they already listened to the videos. But I have had people to say like, oh, I'll come again to listen. And like the second time it just clicked. So you could say like, oh, I'm doing another event. I thought of you. So I thought I'd ask you. I know like life can change. You know, maybe this is a better time. Readdress whatever they didn't think was, you know, why it wasn't for them. And maybe like if there's a reason that they really didn't want to, you could like talk to us that are running it and we could address that problem. And maybe just say like, oh, I thought of you. Like, you don't have to watch the videos, but maybe you would be interested in watching them again. Just kind of like reopen the conversation and say like, it triggered you to think of them, you know, and just to like kind of get the conversation going again. But if it was like last month, then I would like follow up, you know, after the event. And then if like last month they didn't want to, that's someone I would just reach out to just to talk to, you know, and just keep that conversation going. So that like, you're not just only reaching out to them when you're inviting, just have them on your follow-up list to like, just keep talking to, cause they may become, you know, a customer for 2B Mindset or something. And then be like, oh, I want to get in that Alana's group. Sign me up as a coach. You know, you never know where things will go.
You guys really talk to like a million people? Because I feel like that's just a lot of talking. Or maybe I'm just antisocial, but like keeping up with all these people is really hard.
Well, yeah, it adds up, but that's why like it really is like, if you do 3 people a day, that's a lot of people you're talking to like all the time, you know? And that's kind of like where like as your business grows, as long as you're talking to a lot of people, you're always going to have like prospects to invite. Because the more you talk to people, like if you think of it this way, the more you talk to them, like the easier it's going to be to invite them to something because you're used to talking to them than it to be like random. So it kind of like motivates you to just like talk to a ton of people because then the invite is like less scary. That's how it is for me. Like, cause I can just like slip it in anywhere. I'm just like, and then if they're like, no, I'm like, all right. So anyways, you know, like I just try to make it as laid back as possible. But if you think of it that way, like the talking to people isn't as scary as inviting. So, but the more you talk, then it'll make the inviting less scary.
Yeah,
and people appreciate it. People are like, oh my gosh, like I've been messaging people, like I've been doing Power Hour galore because this boot camp I'm in, and people are like, oh my God, it's so nice to hear from you, or oh my gosh, thank you for asking. Like you're just talking to people to like make their day, say, hey, girl, I loved your leggings. Where'd you go on vacation? You know, like it's just like being genuine and nice. A lot of people aren't genuine and nice in this world, so it's appreciated.
Yeah, and there's people that you click with, and there's people that you're just like, no. You know, like if you start getting like super one-word answers, or like my sister calls herself a conversation ender. She's one of those people you're like, how's your day? Good. What'd you do? Nothing. It's like if you have those kind of people, and it's just like you don't have to keep talking to them if there's not a good vibe there. So, but yeah, like Stephanie said, I think as long as you have the mindset, like, how can I make someone's day today? Or like I always write on my phone, who can I help today? Then that comes off, and the right people will connect with you, and you'll want to talk to them. Like I get excited talking to some of my customers and friends, and you know, all that stuff.
Yeah. And that's why like when people see your stuff, like I've had so many people come to me about 2B Mindset because they're like, they've been just watching and we've been talking. And so they've come to me and been like, hey, I would love to learn about the program. Or like when people are just ready, they'll be like, oh my God, I feel like crap. Summer's in 2 months, you know, and they come to you because you're the one that's been talking to them and just like being nice and a friend to them. So you're always going to be in the forefront of their mind if you're always just checking in and talking with people. And there's like different, like, at least in the way we do it with Teamzy, like you can choose like how often you're reminded to talk to somebody. So it could be once a month if it's someone that like you really like want to keep a conversation relationship going with. And then there's people you do every like 2 to 3 months just to like check in and say hi. So it's different. Like Ali said, depends on like how that connection you have with them. So I'm inviting a girl for the third, I think this is the third event in a row. She keeps saying that she's like interested, but she's at work, so she doesn't go. The last time she didn't watch the videos, so I'm inviting her again. And I got to tell you guys, I signed up for something today, and the guy literally followed up with me. I would say 7 times he emailed me. And I was like, I know. I promise I'm going to like be in touch. And I would like keep forgetting. And he'd be like, hey, Steph, I'm just doing my job. Just putting you at like a reminder, popping back into your head. All right, we'll do 2 more minutes. So kind of wrap things up so we aren't on here too long for you guys. One girl that I invited to tomorrow night's group was actually someone that was interested in 2B mindset. And she's like, I'm planning a wedding. Like, I really just don't think I have the money. So I said, well, why don't you come to my coaching event Thursday night? Maybe I can help you make some money. She's like, all right.
I'm legit talking to someone about their shirt that they got from the Gap Factory outlet. And she's
that's how you talked to me 5 years ago.
Well, yeah, it was funny because she posted her like sweaty workout picture and then like her going to work, and her shirt was super cute. So that's another thing, Alyssa, and anybody on here. It's really easy to watch people's stories and just message them there because they're going to see it, and then it's like you're interacting with them. So if you can, that's a good way to connect with people. Just watch their stories, send them a little message on whatever you resonate with, and then that's your 3 people. So yeah. Oops. I sent out my 10 invites. I'm like, why don't I do this every day? It takes like no time.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to make the list and then just do it and not overthink it.
And some of you I know on here already have 1 coach, so you should definitely be Emerald by the weekend. With this one coaching. The more, just think of it this way, the more you invite to the What is Coaching event, the better off of a chance you have of people signing up. So utilize this freaking event because people, I mean, we are going to have you still invite to it because we'll keep it open. But it is like really fun when it's live.
Which reminds me, I keep forgetting it. I'm laying in bed like, I didn't go live. I want to go live in our 2B Mindset info group and invite them all.
Oh, right.
To the group. So I'm going to do that when we hang out.
All right, so wrap up your message. It's 9:29, so let's wrap this up. But if you didn't finish your 10, finish when we get off the call. So tomorrow night's event is 8:30 Eastern time, which is 5:30 Cali time, 7:30 Central, and I think 5:30 Mountain. So if you have people that are coming to it, just if they end up saying like, yeah, I'd be open to coming, maybe like share something like about like why you're so excited about them coming, something to like, so they can get to know you a little bit better. Maybe just like a couple of things that you've loved about coaching. Maybe some of your goals with coaching so they can like see where this is going. Sometimes people already have like a little about me videos that you can just, down the road, make something that's like 3 minutes and just say, like, that's what I do. I'll just say like, hey, I'm just going to send you a video about like my little story, just so you get to know me a little bit better. We used to post them in the group, but I don't think people like, it could be a lot of videos. I don't think people are watching those. And like, we really want them to watch the ones that matter about the 5. So I feel like we try to keep it a little more simple now. Yeah.
Yay.
So tomorrow's homework is using these scripts, invite at least 5 more people to tomorrow night's event. So finish your 10 tonight. Going to invite 5 tomorrow. And any customers that you have, if you haven't invited them already, make sure you're inviting pretty much all your customers, anyone that you've been like connecting with, make sure you have them invited to the event as well.
Did this help? Yeah.
It's a little more, it's just fun to do it together because you can talk through it, and that's why like working power hours are just like fun to do together. Any questions before we hop off? We'll probably do another working call maybe Sunday to kind of recap, or
Monday. Sunday's Mother's Day.
oh, all right, good call. Monday.
Monday night recap.
Yeah.
Follow-ups.
So we'll go over, but we'll be giving you homework each day so you know what to do with the people that went to the event, how to follow up, how to invite to the event even though it's closed. We'll go over all of that. So yeah, but like reverse engineering, if you want to be Emerald by next Wednesday and have 2 coaches, set a goal for yourself. I want to have my first coach or my next coach by Saturday, by Sunday, whatever it is that really is a goal for you. Like push yourself. Don't be like, I don't know, I have till next Wednesday, so I'll wait till like Wednesday to sign them. Like put it yourself out there, make a goal for yourself, use us to be like excited about it, that you're going to get to tell us that you did it. It's awesome.
Yeah, and post in the group when you sign someone up, or if you have questions. But it like
Yeah,
we can like celebrate
of
and
course.
together.
That should be without even saying. If you guys had a coach and didn't tell us, I'd be like, what the frick?
Cool.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for hopping on. Thanks for taking the time and making it a priority. Anything else, Allie?
No.
All right.
Awesome job.